Alright humans, this is just showing you a couple of the basic setup things on Garageband because I realized I didn't do that in the other video. So thing number one, in the top right hand corner, I'll circle it later, but there's a plus button next to that number 8. If I go there, in order to change how many measures are in a section, you can go here to, so I was on section A, I hit section A, I'm going to hit the down arrow until I get to 4, hit back, and look at that, it changes so that there are only 4 measures up there. Just so you know, if you hit add, it'll add another section, and the way that those section things work is, so I swipe back, here's my A section. What would happen here is even if I record more than 4 measures, it will not go into the next section, so this is only working on this one small section. If I wanted to go to my next part, I would have to swipe over to section B. Now, I'm going to get rid of section B. Another thing, this gear up here, this is where you can change our tempo, which is beats per minute. So you can either click or you can click and then drag, and see that goes much quicker. So like if I want a slower tempo, maybe I'll go right to 85. Cool, there we go. This is also where you can change key signatures if you so desire. I can explain more about that later on for you. What else? So we've got our metronome button here, that blue thing. So that's when it's on. Here's when it's off. Okay, so it's up to you. There's 2 different things to do there. Go back to the instrument. So usually you start on this instrument menu. If you hit 1 to the right of the folded piece of paper, it brings you, that's how you change your instruments. So like if I don't want the piano and instead I decide I want to start with my strings. Now I've only got those strings, I believe. Wait, why did it do that? I don't know what's going on here, but that's okay. Let me go back to the piano. Interesting. Anyway, and then the one to the right of that is how you get to this big menu right here. The one to the right of where the piano keyboard is now is where you can get to the volume settings, and if you have multiple instruments, so for a second, let me just put those strings back in. And then go back here, and I hit the sound menu. I can adjust, so see I turned the piano volume down, but then when I click on the strings are still up. So you can play around with that here. You can also play around with how much echo down here and reverb, which is similar, that you want. If you only want to listen to one instrument at a time, you click on the instrument and hit the headphones and it'll mute the other instrument, or you could mute the instrument that you don't want to hear, or instruments. So that's that quick menu. Hopefully this was helpful. Oh right, I think that's it. In order to save, you gotta hit the piece of paper. See, it said saving. Bada bing, bada boom.
And this has been another tutorial by DJ!